Vad ska jag svara? Du behöver bara vara. Bara vara här. Bara vara här. Bara vara här. Bara vara här.
The privilege and the good fortune in their life to discover satsang, better get used to a lot of these things for a while. You understand? You are just going to, don't think you're going to carry on nice and cozy for a while. You're going to have sometimes a roller coaster in the body for a bit, because that's what it takes sometimes to shake off the old sleep and to really fully awaken to the supreme peace that never goes away.
I feel it like this, and and from the beginning. In the beginning, I thought I was, because I'm moving and I was cleaning the new place, and it was some physical work. But it's not.
You're not
that.
the important thing for me is not. The important thing for me is not the different symptoms that happen in the body. That's not important. For me, what is important is that you're not so shaken by these things. You have to get used to them, because these are small things, small things. Even if your body becomes very, very, very sick, you must be aware that your consciousness is not sick. You see? It doesn't matter sometimes in the body, sometimes pain and stuff. But if you look to the pain, you're thinking, oh my God, what's happening? And then the mind comes in. And the mind starts to be your doctor. And it's not the best doctor in the world. He's going to tell you, oh, you're going to be dying and all this kind of stuff. But if you look to your consciousness, you see, then you see everything is perfectly fine. And you look from consciousness as consciousness itself. You know? And you see that most things that human beings worry about, they're nothing to them at all. Physical, psychological, emotional, mental, all of this. Mostly it's just the mind playing its games. You know? You cannot live 1/100th of what your mind thinks. You cannot live or experience 1 part of to 100 of what your mind imagines. And yet we are so involved, you know, and think, oh, you know, this is happening and my mind is saying this. And get used to your mind saying all kind of nonsense. But then, as a matter of fact, it doesn't matter what your mind say, is who you take yourself to be in that. Because if you know you are the self, you won't even bother. The mind can say anything.
One night before, I'm having this kind of heart palpitation since 50 years. And it comes and goes, and usually I deal with it quite well, I think. And in that night, I felt so clearly that I'm not this body, and the divine is living in this body, and I'm the divine. This was one night before, and it feels to me that that is another attack, because it was a very deep experience.
Let me tell you something about that.
Yeah.
It is like once a human being comes to taste even a sniff of the absolute, and you begin to sense the immensity of being, okay? Something inside of you going to say, you're not allowed to have that. You're not going there. You're not going to have that. Because the moment you realize that, I have no future with you. And it's going to do everything to sabotage the completing of your understanding. You're not exclusive in this. Every saint, you know, every sage, every awakened being, and those who even went back, they taste this thing. You know, they take that, they taste this doubt in themselves, a fear, some kind of a voice that comes to punish you. How dare you even think that you can be that, no? So you will taste this thing. And then the next day, you will see like a storm is blowing. But in the center of that storm, you see that there's something that is not, that is totally untouched.
This is what I feel as well in the
Yes.
same time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Either the storm will make it or you will make it. You see?
I will
Either the
make
storm will... Huh?
I will make it.
Yes, yes. In fact, you cannot not make it. And the storm cannot make it. You see?
Yeah.
And even if the storm should even remove this body, it does not win. It has not won. You have to know that. Even if the storm should take this body, you have not lost. You see? So again, the significant thing I told you just now, that nobody can experience not 1/10, not even 1/100th, 1/1000th of what you think. You cannot live. You cannot even experience it. From what the mind thinks, whatever comes in your mind, you cannot live that life. You cannot live even 1 of 1,000 parts of what the mind thinks. You see? You cannot do it. It is only if it imagines so much. And most of it, in fact, you can say, doesn't even register. It just does not have that power if you have no interest. What you perceive, what seems to impact upon you is what you give power to, what you identify with them.
This is a habit I have since 50 years. This palpitation coming on. Since I'm with you, it sometimes when I say and address to you, often it disappears immediately, but sometimes not. And yeah, it is like it is. But it's
Something is telling you, don't care about you so much.
yeah.
You see? Because that is not your eternal nature. The one that is vulnerable, can be a victim of time, that is not your eternal nature. So don't try so much to, you know. When you accept this, when you somehow relax into this, you find a tremendous space which is not born from time. It's got nothing to do with time. When you hold on to your person, you cannot see, well, apart from me, who else is there? Apart from the life I know, what can I know? When you see this and say, but that cannot be what I am, and reject that, you find that itself is a small bubble in the infinite ocean of being. This is how amazing the play of consciousness is. You identify as a person, your whole world is full of identity. And you think without identity, without my persona, it's like I'm dead. Then you realize with my persona, strong identity, I am dead. If I'd continue like that.
Yeah.
Such a limitation. So get used to, like I say, anyone who has had the good fortune, the privilege to be somehow searching for truth with real sincerity. You're going to have some challenges, some resistance, some doubts. See more than any other person. You're going to get it for a while. Like you've got to go through some tight space to come out again. You know? You don't win freedom so easy, especially if you've had a strong identity before. But it goes. That's my happy news, is that after a while you break the spine of this delusion.
It's in the spine.
It's in the spine of a snake. Okay? The snake has no spine. Sometimes it takes tremendous like pain in the body. The body feels, oh, it's hanging on by a thread, to show you are not the body. Sometimes you come like this, you're in so much pain, but something is inside, it's just completely, so immaculately pure. And it sometimes takes this type of intensity for you to feel this conviction, to be so convinced that I'm not the body. The body is innocent, of course. The body is innocent. But the identity is not innocent. You have to see, where is this identity living in? Is that what I am? So intense pain, intense experiences sometimes is what it takes to really dislodge, somehow to break, to dismount from this type of strong identity. With limitation, you can put it like that. You see? So welcome everything. Even pain, suffering for a bit. Everything is only for a bit. It's only for a bit. Also, this life is only for a bit. In the infinite expanse of what is, one lifetime is only for a bit. But you are not for a bit.
I didn't understand.
You are not only for a bit. But your identity and persona, that is for a bit. Even as we live, we don't have to die to know this. As you live, how many people you have been, how many identities, how many things you've said you are, and turned out you were not true. Yeah? We are the greatest liars on earth. Everything, whatever you say you are, it's not true. Keeps changing. At least if you allow it as a game, it's okay, I think. But if you're so convinced, you're not any title, not Mr. or Mrs., not doctor, servant, husband or wife, or, master or disciple. None of this you are. When you realize that you are the nameless, the unborn, then, this will not give you any trouble. If you identify with a name, somebody will call you a wrong name. You're going to be upset. If you identify with gender, and somebody sees you only as gender, you're going to be very, upset. You say, I'm more than a woman, I'm more than just why treat me just like a woman or just a man. I'm more than that. The one who is conscious knows they will not be upset about it. They see the limitations of the mind anyhow. You see? They would not take offense. They understand the nature of the human form of consciousness. But I'm only saying this so that we don't get too proud of being a man or a woman, or of any label. Think, oh, you know who I am. Yeah, you're nothing. What? Yeah, it is the greatest compliment. Why are you getting upset? To go beyond all these things. Come beyond all these things. To that space you cannot describe. And then go back to all these things, it's okay. It's all right then. They won't trouble you. But if you don't know where you are, then every little thing is troubling you. You know what you are, everything is okay. It's all right. Pleasure, pain, everything is okay. Has no lasting life. Everything is okay, even if it's not okay.
Yes.
A deeper acceptance in that's okay. Somebody's unjust to you. Somebody's unjust to you. It's okay. In my world, there's room, there's unjust, unfair. Somebody's done some injustice to you. Somebody judged you wrongly. Well, what's new? Even your parents do that. You see, why all these tears? It's okay. Something wants to fight it. How dare you? How could you say? Oh yes, of course you could say. Yeah, you can say whatever you want. And you don't demand anything from people. If they want to, if they misunderstand you, if they understand, it's still the same. That doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it all comes out in the laundry. It is true. Still, we cannot help it in the moment. Life is all in the moment. Next moment, laughing like a... Next moment, cry. Then laughing. Who keeps a record of these things? We cannot just have nice... To have a life with no problems is not good. Without difficulty is not good. Makes you sleep and fat. And just... Okay. We need a little trouble. Otherwise, consciousness goes to sleep. In complacency. There'll always be some twang. Something must be there. Just accept everything. Let everything be. When I say accept, I mean like obviously, spontaneously. If something upsets you, you will respond according to. Just don't take it so seriously. Nothing is so serious. That's so serious. Look how many countries they fight each other, kill thousands of each other's people. And now they're drinking wine, enjoying and stuff like that. My daughter marry your son, nothing. Thousands of beings slaughtered in the name of foolishness. Now we're drinking wine, buying presents for each other's whatever, celebrations. Like it's the life somehow is like...
Something you said really entered my brain.
Huh?
You said when you identify with the name and someone calls you another name, then you're upset.
Yes.
And it's the same like when you identify with a role.
Yes.
And it's identifying with the thought.
Yes.
And someone calls you another thought.
Yeah, another role. You don't like it. You're saying, listen, please get it right. I'm not John, I'm George. So? What do you mean so? Isn't it funny? I mean, who the hell are you? What is John? What is George? Have you ever seen? I've never seen a George or a John. Have you ever seen a Susan? What the hell is it? A rabbit I've seen, but a George I've seen a George. God is being upset at being called George. Should we eat something? That orange one is what? Is it pumpkin?
Butternut squash.
Butternut squash. Ta-da! Okay, come on, let's go and have something. Come on, get you up, come.
Ingen oro, ingen fara. Här finns inget att försvara. Här är bortom samsara. Här är Gud alla Ishvara. Kristallklara, uppenbara. Kristallklara, uppenbara. Kristallklara, uppenbara. Kristallklara, uppenbara. Bara vara här.